Hello, Mr. Tadic. We know that there are protests right now in Serbia, and do you think that these protests in Serbia will lead to eventually overthrowing Vučić?
I don't know. I don't know what is going to be final outcome of that protests, but we have every week kind of marching through streets in Belgrade and right now also in other cities because of horrible atrocities that happened and aggression that happened in Serbia. Sometimes that was triggered by regime in Serbia, but sometimes this is not triggered by regime, but the situation is quite difficult and very sensitive in my country. What is going to be final outcome, no one is able to predict today, but I hope that we are going to be peaceful solution, transition process in which we can establish in the future a new government that can be compromised between political forces, in fact between citizens, because different citizens are supporting different political forces.
Since you're there and you see everything, do you think the protests are getting worse or they're getting better with the day and politicians understand what the citizens want?
I hope that we are going to continue peaceful protests, which is very important right now, even though the regime is blaming opposition parties that they are increasing and they are enhancing aggression on the street, which is not the truth. Aggression is coming from the regime, but I hope that these protests are going to be peaceful also in the future, and this is the only way how that we can make a transition process in Serbia and to have a really government that can be compromised and that can introduce all interlocutors in solving situation nowadays in Serbia.
When was the last protest that can be compared to this one?
That was October the 5th, when we had a so-called democratic revolution. I am pretty old, and I was participating on all protests in Serbia from 1978 until today. I didn't participate on protests when I used to be president. This is the only period when I didn't participate on protests, but this is very big protest. This is very significant protest, and everyone who is underestimating potential of this protest is failing significantly.